What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. Happy Monday. Tonight we're going to be talking about BBIG. But before we do, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button so that we can get this information to as many people out there who want to learn about the trade. With that said, let's begin. Okay, so we are still within our right-angled broadening ascending wedge. Sorry, it's such a long name, it's hard to even say it. Now, within the wedge, we called a descending channel. Descending channels usually signal a potential reversal of trend. And what I'm looking at here on the 4-hour chart is that we are potentially on the way to realizing that trend reversal. The reason why I'm saying this is because we did break out of the channel, and both of these 4-hour candles have tested the support. Well, it's actually a newly converted resistance into support and could potentially, have some upside after this. Now, we need to validate such a move, but with this raw price action, it looks like we could be doing that in the near future. Let me go ahead and reference the notes right here to just make sure that we are on the right path. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the daily. This is the daily chart for BBWP, and this is the ascending triangle that we're in currently. Let's see. Okay, this candle was the last candle that we referenced when we made our video just a couple days ago on the weekend. We were saying that we were facing some resistance within the moving averages, particularly the SMA 10 and the SMA 50, and this candle's bearish, and we could potentially look for another retest of our channel support. Now, we did get that today, and we did recover. Now, this candle did print in a bit of a indecision type looking candle. What that means is that the battle between the bears and the bulls is not solidified. What we can see is that we do have two areas of resistance right now. Both of the SMA and the SMA 50, both of the simple moving averages, the 10-day simple and the 50 simple, are acting as resistance, and we can yet again face rejection from this area and have us test this bottom support once again. Let's see. Now, referencing the 100-day simple moving average. The 100-day is actually ending right over here. If we were to be able to face some, I don't want to say capitulation. I just want to say some sideways action. Our SMA 100 is likely to follow this path and eventually reach this area, which would share confluence with our ascending channel resistance, which could then present an opportunity for us to use as some type of resistance. We're gonna want to go there psychologically, and the reason why I can say this is because we can, since we're so close to this bottom of this channel, and we've only seen let me just make a quick adjustment right here. We've only really seen one test of this channel on the daily chart. We could actually make the second test right over here, thus confirming the formation or validating the formation, and facing rejection right here into potentially coming back down to test where the channel would be in that. Let's see, we would call it that future. We can call it a future of potentially 97 cents as a support once again. So this is another type of A, B, C, D trade. This is another trend trading strategy used commonly by a lot of day traders, institutions. Everybody uses this strategy. So let's go ahead and move on to the RSI chart. I would like to give you guys a bias in direction before we can get too bearish or too bullish on the asset. So right away, looking at the 30-minute immediate short-term time frames. Okay, here he goes again. So you guys, for the newcomers to the channel, this is a relative strength index indicator. This is an RSI. This is particularly one that I modified, I coded so that I can be able to have this green line and this red line and my choice of colors, background, that whole thing. The reason why I have these lines here is because I have split the RSI into two sections. Let me get this. What's going on here? How am I not able to draw my boxes here? Okay, TradingView is just acting a little weird. So this upper area here is the bullish control zone. The lower area is the bearish control zone. I have split both of these halves into two. This being bear weakness percentile and this being bear strength percentile. And inversely, we have the bull weakness percentile and the bull strength percentile. It's so hard to say so many times in a row. Just in case you hear me mention things like that, now you know what it actually means. It's just, this is kind of no man's land here. If we're within the shallow area of the bullish control zone, we're likely to be pulled back down into bear, and vice versa. So we have the 30-minute RSI suggesting downside. We have a downside pivot. It looks like we're primed to make a bearish cross to where we're going to have the RSI signal below the moving average. And it's going to jump into the bearish control zone, particularly in bear weakness. Let's look at a shorter time frame just to man, what has happened? Okay, all right. Well, let's go ahead and just stick to our guns for now. Okay, let's go to the buy hourly and see what we got. So the buy hourly has a bullish cross, an upside pivot. However, the upside pivot is a little weak. It's not so like this. You know, it's barely facing to the upside. We are within bear weakness percentile, so and in the shallow area of it, so we're likely to see possibly a move up here to maybe after mid-session tomorrow. Now let's catch the 6-hour RSI. The 6-hour RSI does have a slight pivot to the downside. The only good thing that I can see, actually two good things that I can see here is that we're in the shallow area of the bear weakness percentile, and also that we are above, we're technically still above the moving average. So this could still be bullish. Now for a larger time frame, this is the 12-hour, and the 12-hour is suggesting upside within the shallow area of the bear weakness percentile and about to, well, I'm not saying primed to cross the moving average, but I am saying that the potential is there. There's also the potential to where we can reject it, just like we did here, and continue on to the downside. Let's see what the daily has to say. Right, we're dealing with problematic. Let's see if we can just pull an RSI up in here. Sorry, you guys. Let's see. I hate it when the tools don't work as they should. My goodness. All right, you guys. So yeah, let's just go ahead and move on. We're literally not able to see anything right now, which is just outstanding. Hold on just a moment. Okay. This is a very important part of the video that I actually want to talk to you guys about. Okay, so this is BBWP. We're looking at volatility represented by this indicator, BBWP. Now, whenever we reach fully contractive levels such as this, or fully expanded levels such as this, BBWP is trying to tell us that we have the strong potential of a high volatility move incoming to either direction. So volatility represented by BBWP is direction neutral. So if it doesn't, only because we're starting to expand, it does not mean that the price action is going to go up. And similarly, we're only because the price is starting to contract does not mean that the price action has to go down or up. So the reason that is just because that's the way it was developed. That it's actually a pretty good way for us to measure that volatility is incoming. We are currently at extreme lows here. We're at a 1.34% low, and this is signifying some type of crazy move coming. Now, the longer it sits down here, the longer it's in full contractive, the longer that it sits in a fully contractive phase, the more likely that an explosive move can be coming. It's loading for something. We are on the daily chart, so this could potentially take some time, but nonetheless, at the current moment, our stochastics momentum or our momentum oscillator is suggesting a downside continuation. However, the pivot is starting to change. If you can see here, the slope is starting to move just a little bit, meaning that sell pressure is starting to kind of lose a little bit of strength. Now, if you can, I hope I can draw trend lines. I mean, TradingView is really annoying me right now. Wow, I can't even draw the trend line, huh? That's incredible, you guys. I do apologize about this. But if you can just follow me here, it looks like we're in some type of symmetrical triangle right here, and the price action is tightening as we're moving. Now, this tightening of price action usually indicates a potential, again, something coming up. Symmetrical triangles don't have as high a hit rate as ascending triangles or descending triangles, but they are still triangles, and they do hit more often than any other formation. I would say that our target to the upside could be, let's see, our target to the upside could be at about I would say our range high right about here at about $1.24 when this finally finishes its descent here and then comes back up, similarly to this here right here, so we can accumulate and contract further before making an explosive move to the upside. This is making me feel that there is some type of catalyst, a fundamental catalyst that is in line somewhere. So, or someone knows something already, and this thing is preloading heavily. So these are these signals that I'm telling you guys about. I can see the ticks, I can see the movement, I can see something loading up right here, but I just can't tell what it is. I do not follow fundamental analysis because I am a short-term trader. I do not need to know what the CEO is doing or what merger is happening too much, only because I just trade intraday trades. So if I do want to trade a good news catalyst, then I would have to get several validations, and that would then turn into a swing trade, and it would just be a whole different strategy than what I usually follow. But this is something for us to definitely watch out for. Now, let's go ahead and review what the results came back from the back test. These are all the iterations that happen from us moving from a fully contracted level up to the upside. What I'm saying here is that I by hand took down the metrics of every iteration. So what I found is that out of 25 total iterations, we have 16 that are correct. That gives us an average upside accuracy of about 64%, with an averaged upside thrust of 62.14% to the upside over the span of just over 15 days. This is proof of work down here. And what we can do is that if we can add the average upside thrust of 62.14% to our current price action, we can see $1.21 with that average. And earlier, just about a couple minutes ago, I mentioned that we can see $1.24 just by eyeballing it. So this has a lot of rhyming here. So this is a very good thing. I haven't actually done this here, but I imagine, my goodness, you guys. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, you guys. Those are the targets that I'm seeing. I would suggest for us to just maintain a little bit patient, because BBIG seems to be loading some powerful moves, and I think a couple more days of trading could actually give us some more information. So I'll continue updating you guys as far as this data is concerned. But if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me on Twitter. That's at ARCa Bulls, ARCA BULLS. Sorry. I'll put the link to the Discord down below. And yeah, but thank you guys so much for stopping by once again, and I'll catch you at the bell. Adios.